How's that? Smoke, gamble, and drink with Yanki and Brit and the RTM Radio Network. Wow, this guy sounds awesome. Bryan James. And we got him on the telephone with us here. Hello, Mr. James.
How are y'all doing?
Hey.
Doing all right, man. Loving this music. Some great stuff.
I appreciate y'all playing it. Thank you.
Hey, not a problem. More than glad to, man. Where do you get your country roots from?
I'm from Texas originally. I was born in Killeen. My dad still lives out there, out in a little place in between Belton and Temple called Owl Creek, which is out in the middle of nowhere.
That's the best place to be.
Yeah, it's a good time. Other than the fact that everything is 30 minutes away. If you want to get somewhere in a hurry, you're not going to make it. But it's sure. It's country. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, I've always loved Texas.
Oh, me too. I'm never leaving Texas. I'm never going back north. I'll guarantee you that.
Yeah, but the only thing it got a little too cold there. Which people that don't know where that is, it's about an hour north of Austin or 2 hours south of Dallas. But it still get a little chilly there every once in a while, and so I packed up and went on to Florida where it drops below 60, and we all kind of get pissed off and talk about going further south.
So now you're in the bikini state where it's nice and warm.
Yeah, we get a kick out of Christmas. It's usually about 80 degrees around here, and we get to call around and kind of laugh at everybody who's in the snow and tell everybody we're about to get in the pool. So come on down if you want to.
Yeah, we have a real good friend, Uncle Larry, and a great listener. He's in here quite a bit. I'm surprised he's not here tonight. He lives down on the border in McAllen, right there close to the Mexican border, and he's always bragging about it being 80-some degrees down there in the springtime.
Yeah, it's great. We get we might get 1 or 2 weeks a year where it drops into the high 40s early in the morning, and then by noon it's back up to about 60, 62. But other than that, summertime's rough. It's up in the high 90s and the 100s, here and there. But
oh yeah,
price well paid for a winter time where it gets 70 degrees for 4 or 5 months out of the year. It's great.
Well, how old were you when you started playing the guitar?
I think the first time I picked one up, I was probably 10 or so. My dad's always played and written songs, and he's got a few of them into George Strait and Willie Nelson. Never got any of them cut, but but he's had a few in there. So he was always playing around with one and writing one and whatnot. And I think like most boys do, they kind of want to mimic what their dad was doing at the time. And so I just picked one up and I haven't put it down since.
You never strayed off toward rock and roll or anything?
Oh no, I can't say that now. I played in a funk band for years.
Punk band, did you say?
What's that?
Did you say a punk band?
Yeah, funk band, kind of like it was kind of a mix like James Brown, Parliament Funkadelic, and 311.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I wrote all the lyrics for it and most of the bass lines. I played bass too, so I wrote a lot of the bass lines and we almost were on tour with Story of the Year, but my wife got pregnant and the guitar player's wife got pregnant, and that kind of killed that. And I've always written country in my own time, I guess. But in that band, I was playing. We were playing funk music, and so when the first baby came, it gave me time to kind of sit back and it was just me and a guitar at that point, and I kind of got back to what I'd always done. And I just haven't strayed off that path since. Besides, I'm a little older now than I was then, and you're not trying to take over the world, and you just kind of how to write songs about life and what's going on versus when you're playing in a rock and roll band or a funk band or whatnot. It's all kind of party music, and what can you do to get people amped up and hyper. And now, I just enjoy getting in front of a microphone and with a place I can plug my guitar in and telling stories in a song. That's kind of what it is for me.
Well, you do a hell of a good job at it, I'll say that.
Yeah, what was the first song that you wrote? What was that about? It must be so different to the stuff that you write now, seeing as you've had so much experience at it, maybe.
I'd be lying to you if I told you what the first song is that I wrote. I don't honestly remember. I've always written. It's weird because people ask me that. They're like, where do you get your inspiration to write or whatever it is? I don't necessarily look at it as an inspiration or anything like that. It's kind of one of those things where, to me, it's kind of therapy because I'm not the most outwardly emotional person that there is. So I kind of tend to let out whatever's going on in my life with, somebody that I've met or something that I've seen or a friend that's going through something kind of in the lyrics of whatever song it is I've written. So it's not like I sit down today and say, okay, I want to write a song like, if you want to go fishing, you say, let's go fishing today, or, you want to go hit a golf ball, let's go play golf. It's kind of something I have to do, so I don't drive everybody else batshit crazy. So it's my way of getting out whatever it is. It's on my mind, and then when I'm done with it, I can put it down and put it away and say, okay, I got that out of my system, and kind of move on, and whatever the next one that comes up is what comes up. So I don't know what the first song I've written was. I've gotten better over the years of having to do it, from doing it. I guess like you do anything, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So I'm always, you always want to write the best song that you can. But to a guy, Tom Shapiro, who's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame, just trying to get better at the craft of songwriting. And he asked me one time, and he's like, when you want to write, do you want to write for radio, or are you just writing for yourself? And I'm like, well, I'm not ever trying to write for radio. I'm just writing, for myself. But
right.
I want to be able to write the best. I want to be able to write the best that I can, craft wise. Like if you want to go to paint the best. And he goes, well, do you feel like when you're done with the song that you said what you needed to say? I was like, yeah, absolutely. I felt like I said what I needed to say. He goes, well, then there's nothing else I can say. He's like, it'll come in time at that point. The better you'll get at it, the more you do it. But
that's
you're
right.
writing for yourself. He goes, then if you feel like you said what you need to say at the end of the song, he goes, then there's nothing I can tell you. He's like, you're good. Just keep doing it.
Winona Carroll's in the chat. She says, I'm Bryan's go-to gal. What exactly do you go to her for?
What is a go-to gal?
Yeah, well, I know it takes care of a lot of the the promotion stuff, and I understand Facebook pretty well. I'm pretty good on there, but she understands the Twitter part, and she handles a lot of the Twitter stuff, and doing some promotions as far as we do a live show every Thursday night at 9:00. So she kind of rounds up the troops and gets everybody kind of spreading the word around and letting people know what's going on. And we run contests, so she keeps the names of the winners of that and gets them to me. She kind of keeps things organized, because like most artists, I think we're not the most organized people in the world. We kind of march to our own drum beat sometimes, and when it's not necessarily the best thing to do. I'll do things on the whim, like just throw a song out there, and she'll get on me a little bit. Like, hey, you could have gave some people some warning, and I'm like, I didn't need warning. I just finished a song. I'm throwing it out there.
Well, Winona said, well, that's my job. I'm there to drive you batshit crazy.
What a gal.
Yeah, we've had some good conversations on on some funny stuff where she'll shake her head and I'll shake mine. We got a thing called you got to toughen your skin up a little bit dealing with me, because I'll drive you crazy if you let me.
You have your own band?
I had a band for a while, and again, playing in bands for years, it's kind of like being married to four other people, 3 or 4 other people. And I think the older that I've gotten, I kind of like to just do things my own way, so I'll, right now, I don't. And, if I go out or whatnot, you'll pick guys up that can play. And that's the cool thing about a lot of these musicians that are out there now. All they need is a chart, and they can act like they've been playing with each other for years and nobody would ever know. So I don't keep a normal band together, so to speak. Most of the time it's just me and a guitar, but if we go out and play anywhere, like, God offers to go back to Texas and Oklahoma and up into Tennessee and that kind of stuff. And then you kind of hire a band to go out with you until you find the guys that you want to keep. But keeping a band together is, it can be interesting. Let's put it that way.
Oh, I can imagine. Where do you record at? Because the sound on these things is awesome, man. Some of them sound fantastic.
I appreciate that, man. I recorded that CD. I've only got the one CD out, which people keep yelling at me to record some more stuff. But I'm kind of a habit. Like I said, I write about 1 or 2 songs a week, so it's tough to pick which ones you want to record, because usually the next one you write is usually your favorite one. So, but
you've been officially told by the Yankee and the Brit to record some more tunes.
That's official now, coming from the Brit.
Order.
That's all we were waiting on, was an official announcement.
Well, consider yourself told.
That's it. I'm on it. No, but that CD, that CD there was. I recorded that with Greg Bates, who had that song. He had a top 5 single a couple years back called "I Did It for the Girl." And Greg's a mutual friend of mine, another guy named Rick, and Greg was kind enough to put all the players in place. And I went up to Nashville and recorded it. But that's Randy Travis's steel guitar player on it, and Reba McEntire's lead guitar player on it. Ben, the guy playing drums, has played with countless number of people. And the gentleman playing bass, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he's played with about everybody. So they were all top-notch musicians that played on that, those 7 songs there. But I tell you what, that was neat, like really cool to watch. I've never been in an experience like that where literally those guys heard the song one time. It was just a rough work tape of what I had done on an acoustic guitar, and they played the song through one time. They got the chart for it, which had already been done. Greg charted it out, and those guys just went in there and played. And it was just cool to watch because they'd never heard the songs before, and they came up with all that stuff on their own, which just speaks to what kind of caliber of musicians they have.
Wow.
Up in that these studio guys. I mean, it was really cool to watch how that worked.
I bet makes you feel good, doesn't it?
It was neat. I mean, that and like I said, before I let any of them play, because these guys had played with everybody, I sat down. I was like, all right, man, y'all. Before we do any of this playing stuff, y'all are going to all tell me at least one road story. Because I know you got them.
I'm always amazed. I'm always amazed by when a guy like you goes in the studio and you don't have your own band with you. You have studio musicians, and anybody that comes through, they can sit down and make a whole new tune for everybody. It just blows my mind that those guys can sit there and do something like that.
I know, and that's exactly the same feeling that I had. I mean, I sat down. Like I said, I'm so used to playing with my own band. At that time, to where it's like, okay, I know how long it took us to come up with whatever it was. You come up with the general structure, but then sometimes you spend 2 or 3 days on a couple songs trying to figure out what licks to play or what notes to play, or how the bass and the drums are going to interact with each other. These guys they just sat down and did it, and they blew through multiple songs on the second go round. Then they'd go back and do overdubs where they wanted to do something different, from what they did the first go around. But I mean, it was just impressive to watch. You sit back and you're like, holy shit! Didn't know people were that good. But it was neat. It was really cool to see. So
I can imagine. Have you heard of the Wrecking Crew?
That name rings a bell.
Look them up, the Wrecking Crew. It was Glenn Campbell and a few others, and they played backup for a gazillion different groups, singers, bands. Look them up and check them out. There's videos on YouTube of these guys in the studio. It'll blow your mind. It's the same thing you're talking about. You'll love every minute of it.
Well, that's kind of like the Ohio players that played for everybody during the Motown years and whatnot. So, same principle there. But, I'll have to check them out. But, yeah, I mean, just the talent that these people have, that are that good, it's just crazy.
Barry Lee's in the chat here, too. He's tuned in. He says, "This New Way's Getting Old" is the first song he ever heard from Bryan. Instantly made him a huge fan.
Barry's awesome, man. If you haven't seen some of Barry's stuff, you'll definitely go check out his Facebook page. I found Barry on YouTube. I don't think he's doing a whole lot of stuff on YouTube anymore. I think he's now doing most of it on Facebook, but
yeah, I was listening to some of his stuff today, and it's pretty awesome. I love it. And there's also Kyle Diego. He says he's got a few folks listening tonight. He's a fan of yours. In fact, he found me through you, actually. So, yeah, you got quite a few folks listening tonight.
No, and I appreciate it. Like I said, I don't take any of that stuff. Lee says, quit my yapping and start playing. I'm not playing it.
And Winona's on the case. She says, "Wrecking Crew, Bryan, I got it written down." What a gal.
She's got it. Oh, so she's on top of it, I'm telling you. But no, Barry's stuff's great. He's got a hell of a voice, too. So, I mean, I don't know if he's still in here, but he should drop a link to his stuff, because I'll bounce over to his page and see what new cover or whatnot he's done. He's great. Definitely enjoy it.
Yeah, I think the Brit says she's going to try to throw a lasso around him and drag him in here, too.
I am. I've
already
grabbed him by the ears. I've just got to stop pulling, really drag him in.
There you go.
She'll do it, too.
There's some more people that need to see what he's doing. He's definitely talented. There's no doubt about it.
Hey, well, we are tickled to death to have you, man, sharing a little time with us. This is great hearing the stories and how it all comes about. I can never get enough of hearing how people go from a lot of times being children, 12 years old, 5 years old, even some even younger, remembering their grandparents or their mom and dad or somebody singing in the kitchen or things like that. And one thing leads to another. Next thing you know, they're recording in a studio and have CDs and they're on stage and they're doing all this great stuff. The stories are amazing. I just can't get enough of them.
Yeah. What did you used to listen to when you was like really young and in short trousers? You know, what was your early musical memories?
I remember two things that really stick out to me. One was my dad doing laundry, and he'd sit me up. This is back when they had the laundry mat where you had to like throw quarters, and they still have some, but not so much. But you had to throw quarters in the machines, do the laundry. He used to sit me up on the dryer there, and he'd play Kenny Rogers, the Coward of the County, and I'd make him play it over and over and over and over again. And then the other one was my dad's favorite singer was Merle Haggard, and the first time I heard Silver Wings was in his truck going fishing.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Those were the first two that I remember. But I mean, I've always listened to country, but I kind of went, I listened to a little bit of everything, except techno. I can't stand techno music.
Right, I agree.
I like James Brown, like Sinatra, 311, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, I like it all as long as it's not techno. But when I want to decompress or I want to go somewhere, then I'll throw on a Haggard CD, or I'll throw on a Hank Williams Jr. CD, or something like that. Those songs are the ones that have stories in them that take you places, that bring back those memories and that kind of stuff. So.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully still breathing.
That's a good place
that's
to
a good
start.
place to, that's a good place to start, that's for sure.
I don't look too far into it. I've had too many friends and people that I've known that have checked out a little too early, and so I'm just thankful every day to wake up and still be breathing. You take advantage of
just living for the moment.
And yeah, you do. I mean, you take it the best that you can that day, and at the end of the day, if that's your last day, I mean, can you say that you did whatever you could do to the fullest you could do it? And if you could, then hell, it's been a good day.
That's about it, man. That's all you can hope for.
What's your plans? Do you go out on stage? Do you play in front of a crowd? Do you intend to?
Well, I don't know.
To hear it all.
I don't know if he knows this or not, but Winona says that you're going to be at the top of the charts, so it sounds like you're going to the top whether you want to or not.
Yes, he will.
I just, I go out and play. I mean, I'll go. There's places around here to play. And like I said, I'll go up to Nashville, 3-4 times a year, and play up in the rounds there. And we've had offers to go out to Texas and Oklahoma and Kentucky and Illinois and South Carolina. I mean, there's offers out there, that kind of stuff. So it's just a matter of getting everything situated. I mean, I'm a songwriter more than anything else. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love to play, and I like, the bars and stages and all that stuff. But, I mean, my favorite thing to do is to get into a circle with, 5 or 6 other people. Hopefully somebody's got a moonshine jar, and we just kind of pass the guitar around and listen to each other play. I'm a big fan of other people's music, So I like to hear what they're doing. And I think that's the most enjoyable part of it, is just being a part of music somehow in some way. So, I think everything happens for a reason, and if it's meant to be, it'll be. I'll do whatever I need to do to help it along, I guess you'd say. But I'm not out there necessarily like running down a dream, as Tom Petty would say. I'm just enjoying it. I've written songs before anybody was around to listen to them, and I'll write them after everybody's done listening to them.
Tom Petty already did that running down a dream thing. You're a little behind there.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm not like Tom Petty running down a dream. He's a great thing.
Are you currently writing a song at the moment?
I was working on one earlier today, but I'm not writing one right now.
Yeah, that's what I meant. What's it about?
I was expecting him to tell you, no, I'm talking to you.
I want to know what you do songs about.
I'm like, no, I was working on one earlier. I'm talking to you right now.
Tell me what you do songs about that you're writing, because I'm nosy.
Honestly, it's about one of my kids was talking about how some people were wanting to be this, that, and the other, famous or whatnot, and I just kind of said, look, I mean, the only thing you can do is be who you are, and hopefully that's enough.
Yes.
And so we're just working on this basically about that. It's basically how everybody has, everybody's a dreamer, at some point in their life, but at the end of the day, you are who you are. And as long as that's good enough for you, then to hell with what everybody else thinks.
Every time I hear you say a line, I keep thinking of another song. Everybody's a dreamer, everyone's a star. DeBra is in the chat. She's passing around, she's got 6 jars of moonshine she's passing around over here, so you can expect your sip here any minute.
Well, you tell me where you're at, and I'm in my car heading your way.
He's already on his way. He's dumped the show, and he's on his way to DeBra's house.
Have guitar, will travel.
That's right. Nothing wrong with that either.
Now you should
No,
say, I'm famous. I'm Bryan James. Bring the jaws to me.
Yeah. You know what the response to that would be. Hopefully, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
How'd you end up in Florida?
Funny enough, I played professional golf for about 4 years.
Really?
And it was the only place you could play year round where it was warm. And so I packed up at 18 and took off. And I've never left. I mean, I don't play much anymore, but it's so warm down here. I'm not leaving.
Well, that's certainly a good enough reason to go to Florida.
Yeah. Well, like I said, where it's warm year round like that.
Better than my excuse for leaving England for a man.
She still hasn't learned that lesson yet.
No.
Yeah, but that's cooler. You left for a band. That's cooler than moving down somewhere knocking a little ball around.
Wow, I have to agree with you on that.
She's still knocking them around.
I have to kick those balls between his legs every time he misbehaves.
Well, I tell you what, you'll learn pretty damn quick like that.
Her or me?
But you got some calluses built up on them, and you can take a few extra shots nowadays, man.
Sometimes I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, and all I hear is 4, and then it's ow!
Oh, dude, I work back to the day. Yes, ma'am. Whatever you say, do not hit me in the ball.
Yes, ma'am. I'll get that bacon right on the stove, ma'am.
Winona says, I'm glad you passed that stage, Bryan. I think she's talking about the golf, playing with your balls.
Oh, boy.
I'm getting it.
Well, I think my husband's slacking tonight. He normally has a few specific questions that he likes to ask our guests.
Well, we're just getting warmed up here. There's no hurry. Very interesting guy. Got lots to say.
Kick him in the balls.
What do you do for work?
I have a tattoo shop down here.
A tattoo shop?
And,
Oh, cool. So you're an artist?
No, not an actual artist. A buddy of mine is.
Ah.
Yeah, I can't draw a straight line with a ruler.
Uh-oh.
A buddy of mine's very, very talented guy. He gets flown out to California a few times a year to work on some of those guys and up to New York and whatnot. And so me and him went in on a place together, and he kind of runs most of it, and I do some of the marketing for it and all that kind of stuff. So we've had it for I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I think. I did construction before that.
Just so you all know, Bryan James is talking about how he works at a tattoo place, but he can't draw a straight line. Just thought I'd let you all know.
Yeah. We sign everybody in, make sure everybody has the paperwork and whatnot. It's kind of funny because people will come in there and start asking questions about, how much for this and how much for that, and they get the whole spiel out of their mouth before I have time to tell them, you got to talk to that guy over there because you don't want me doing it. So it's funny.
You don't want an angel looking like Donald Trump on your butt cheek.
Oh, God. Dude, if you guys are an angel that winds up like Donald Trump, that'd be an improvement. There's a running joke. There's a running joke inside the shop that one day there's going to be a bet that gets made, and the loser's going to have to let me tattoo him, and that's just somebody's going to be pissed off how it comes out because it might look like a big old ink blotch. I don't even know.
Well, Lee Godfrey in the chat room is saying that he needs a new tattoo. So if he comes over to you, maybe you can have a play around on him.
Yeah, no, go for it. I mean, the only thing I can draw is a Ninja Turtle, but it looks like the Ninja Turtle took one too many drugs. Not a very good one. But other than that, I literally can't draw anything. So it's not a
another good listener. Another good listener and a friend of ours. He's in the chat and he says, "Where's the shop? I need a tattoo." Give yourself a shameless plug.
Okay, it's called Realm Tattoos. It's here in Orlando. It's literally right across the street from University of Central Florida. So it's in a great location. I mean, it's right next to a college bar and right across the street from the college. So I mean, the location is beautiful.
That sounds like trouble.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Do you have an age limit in the shop for people?
18 is the limit, the legal age for you to get one. But if you have we have a parental consent form. But as long as a parent comes in, signs it, gives a copy of their ID as well as the minor's ID, then they can get one done. But we cut it at 16.
There's actually a law for that?
Oh yeah. You have to be 18 years old unless you have Believe it or not, that industry is extremely regulated. We have the health department in there quite often. We have, everything has to be sterile. You have to have all your paperwork. You have to make sure your paperwork's filled out correctly. I mean, it's regulated.
Yeah, sounds like a beauty shop. They're the same way.
Yeah.
Beauticians, nail shops are all regulated now, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I think it falls into the same category actually when you go for the business license that you have to hang up in there. As far as what the city is concerned. So, yeah, it's extremely late. We just had the health department in there the other day.
That's crazy. Winona said it's called the James Gang again. Was that the name of it?
Oh, no, that's just a group. We always, it's kind of the group of everybody that kind of supports the music and whatnot. We just call it the James Gang.
Okay, what was the name of the tattoo shop again?
It's called Realm. Here, I'll type it in the chat box.
Yeah, that'll work, because Lee had asked again. I guess didn't quite hear you. The phone connection's not the greatest one in the world.
No.
I'm sorry about that.
If your signal's not too brilliant, stand on your left leg and jump up and down on the spot, and your signal will be perfect. I promise you.
Hold on, let me get on my head. Hold on a second.
I didn't say on your head. I said on your left leg and jump up and down.
Maybe he knows better.
Yeah, but
yes.
That's amateur. I got to do something that everybody else hasn't done yet. Hold on. There we go.
Maybe his feet are a better receiver. He can spread his legs apart like rabbit ears.
Well, maybe that's the next step if this one didn't work.
Does it sound any better, husband?
Sure.
So ask him your star question.
Okay.
You have to know these answers.
What do you drive?
Right now I've got a 2010 Chevy, what is it, a minivan?
Oh, come on!
Yeah. Hey, I've got 3 kids, man. I didn't have a choice. The wife's got a new Explorer, so I mean she's got the nice car. But I got stuck with the minivan. The kids have to get traveled around in, and so she hates minivans. I don't care. As long as I get from point A to point B, I'm good.
Oh, country rockers got to have a friggin' 4-wheel drive.
I'm dead honest. I've never been a big fan of trucks. The only thing that I have a memory of a truck is my dad saying, "You see that truck bed right there? We're going to fill that bitch up with sand and rocks, and we're going to go pave the road today." So I'm thinking to myself, why do I want a truck? That just means my wife is going to make me put shit in the back of it and do things, and then people are going to call me to haul stuff and whatnot. Nope, I think I'm just going to stick with this van.
I guess that would kind of turn me off the trucks, too.
Now then, Keith Sampson in the chat room, who you want to check out his music, by the way, he says to try some aluminium foil. We agree. Stick this aluminium foil on your head and make little spiky things out of the foil so it looks like you're at one of those
punk rocker
festival.
That ought to get a better
things.
reception.
Yeah, things. Yes, and your signal will be just perfect.
Hold on, let me try something real quick.
Is it good to stand on the roof?
No. Is that any better?
There you are. There you are.
You know what it is? It's this damn phone case. Okay.
I thought you stuck the TV area like your backside or something.
I did what he said. I stuck one leg up in the air, got on my head, and kneeled down.
Now it's breaking up.
Oh, is it breaking up now? Perfect.
Put your legs back together. You're scaring me.
And Barry's right. And Barry's right, by the way. The van carries a lot of music equipment.
Ooh, that sounds much better. Leave things alone. Don't move.
Don't move a muscle.
Yeah, I saw that comment about the van. They're right, though. I'll give them that much. But you can do that with a pickup truck, too.
No, because when it rains, everything in the back of the truck gets wet.
Well, you're supposed to have a cargo cover.
Well, then why not just keep the van?
Oh,
it's the same thing.
I can't win with this one.
You just cannot get him to get a Ford pickup truck.
Ford, found on the road, dead.
Okay.
Normally Randy will say, do you get it dirty? So come on, answer the question. Do you get your van dirty?
Oh, absolutely. I got it jacked up and, super swamper tires on it. I didn't say I wasn't going to do it.
It's a 4-wheel drive van. There you go.
Absolutely. We put a 4-wheel drive right in it, man.
Fred Flintstone style.
That's right. That van's dirty as can be. The only time it gets washed is when it rains.
You in the front and Winona in the back.
That's it.
Oh, jeez, too much. Well, that sunshine makes everybody a little loopy, doesn't it?
Well, like I said, when it's warm all year round and whatnot, you don't get the whole, it's cold or it's dreary outside or whatnot. We tend to stay pretty happy down here.
Now listen, Lee Godfrey, I'm not no redneck because I like 4-wheel drive trucks, so you just sit over there and enjoy the show.
Don't feel bad. He was breaking my chops earlier, telling me to shut up and play something.
Yes, he was.
Well, if he'd have been here on time, he'd have heard some of your tunes already.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. What are you going to sing for us?
What am I going to sing?
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing. That's why I sent y'all all the songs.
Oh.
I heard you sing them. Go play them.
Well, the thing is, you sound like you're sitting on. Your signal sounds like you're sitting on the toilet right now in a bathroom. So you've got the perfect echo.
Oh no.
In the bathroom. To sing us a good song.
Yeah, no, we do a live show every Thursday night at 9 o'clock on the Facebook page. I'll sing for 2 hours then.
Yes, guys, check him out on a Thursday night. Oh.
You're gonna make me stand up and walk around now. You saying I'm standing on the bathroom or something?
What is your Facebook page? Is it just Bryan James?
It's Bryan James Music with a 13 behind it. Why don't I throw it in the chat box? But it's facebook.com/Bryan James Music 13.
Yeah, let's get these guys over there and let them check that out.
Well, Winona says that you have to play something, so...
Yeah, nobody listens to what Winona says.
She's
who are you talking about?
She's the boss around here. You have to do as you're told.
No.
She says you're probably on the pot.
Hi, Larry.
No.
Not yet. Some things got to stay private. That's a man's world in there, man.
You got to maintain some kind of control, you know what I mean? Or else you're just a puppet. So, no. She says to play something. I said, nope, I do that on Thursdays. I'm not doing it.
Who's the one that stood on his head with his legs wide open? Who's the puppet?
Hey, I was just trying to get you a better signal because it sounds just fine on my end. I can hear you guys good. So.
Hey, Sally Mack is in the chat room. She says, come on, Bryan. I think everybody wants you to sing to us now.
Oh, yeah. No, see, Sally comes on the shows on Thursday night. So she hears it for a couple hours.
And there's Scott Hughes. Hello, Mr. Hughes. What's going on?
Actually, Scott's another one. Scott helps out with promotions and stuff too. So I mean, I appreciate all these people. I mean, I always kind of say, look, I know there's a lot of things that everybody could be doing with their time, and just like you guys, there's a lot of people that y'all could be playing on your station. And I don't take it lightly. I appreciate anybody who spends any kind of time on me and my nonsense. And it's appreciated. There's always things that everybody else could be doing. So the fact that any of these people want to spend any time with me and my music or play it or even talk about it, I just appreciate it.
I think Donna had asked you earlier, but you're playing gigs. You're out playing gigs now, out and about?
Yeah, we go around Florida and play right now, but we're going to get out. I mean, we're going to get out of Florida and go, play around and whatnot. Like I said, we've had offers to go back into Texas, Oklahoma, Kentucky, South Carolina, Tennessee, Illinois. I mean, it's just lining everything up. Just getting everything situated as to where we're going to go, when we're going to do it, how long we're going to be going for. I mean, that kind of stuff. So it's out there, it's available, it's been offered. It's just a matter of time of just setting it together and just going and doing it.
Is that your plan now to just move forward with this and keep moving on and just keep growing then?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's anybody's plan, really. I mean, truth be known, I mean, like I said, I'm a big fan of music itself, and I was watching some of these guys do live shows on Facebook, and a guy by the name of Brad Walden, started breaking my chops. He's like, dude, go do Facebook Live. And I'm like, hey, yeah, I don't know about that, man. I say it's kind of weird to sit in my living room and play, and people be out there. I'm used to seeing people in front of you, and you can kind of goof off with them, take a shot with them, and have some fun. And I said, all right, whatever, I'll do it once. So I did it, and it's just kind of grown every week, and it's been fun. So so I'll continue to do that and grow that on Thursdays, and then we still go around and play in different spots and whatnot. So the more that people say, hey, come play here, that kind of thing, we'll go. It's just a matter of getting it all set up and and going out and doing it. So it's I enjoy playing. I don't care where it is or when it is. So if there's enough people that want to hear it or want to come see it or want us to go there and do it, if things permit and everything lines up, then we'll go.
Yeah, there's quite a number of artists now, up and coming and otherwise, that are doing Facebook Live videos, and they seem to be cranking the numbers out. That's for sure. I think it's the lazy Americans that like the music coming into their house versus having to go to some concert or whatever. But I know you don't get paid for those kind of gigs either. So I'm sure there's a fine line to walk there as to how much you give away and how much you can save for the shows or whatever.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I grew up with I remember Dave Matthews Band, playing in little bars like Mother's Milk up in Newport News, Virginia area and whatnot. And those guys were, they wanted you to record it and to pass it around. And hey, Cora, how you doing? They wanted you to record it and pass it around and share it with as many people as possible and everything else. And I think that's what music is supposed to be done with. I don't think if you're writing it to try to make money or if you're writing it to try to make a living out of it or whatnot, I think you're doing it for the wrong reason. And if people like it and they want a piece of it or they want to have it, then if you've got the means, then let them have it. And those people will come back and support you monetarily further on down the road. I've had people kind of yell at me a little bit, to where it's like, stop giving it away. People are willing to pay for it. And that's fine. People will pay for it. That CD sells every week. I sell T-shirts every week. But I'm not against, giving some of it away, too. Because the more people know about it, the more people hear about it, the more people will come and listen to it. The more people will buy the next one, or they'll keep up with what you're doing, or that kind of thing. I think music is supposed to be shared. I don't necessarily think that it should be just, a monetary-driven thing. You make your money off being in front of people and playing shows and then buying merchandise and everything else, but the music part of it, I think it should be shared. I think that's what music's all about.
Well, that's the way we feel about it, and Donna and I talk about it quite a bit, and I've, when she first, I guess after she moved over here from England, after we got married and everything, I kept saying, I've been doing this for 5 or 6 years now, and now Donna's been with me for 2.5 or so.
I've been here for 5 years if you show you.
Yeah,
idiot.
but personally.
You plonker.
Personally, what? You wanker.
Yeah.
Shut up. I've been telling her the same thing, We like doing this. We pay for the show. We don't have any sponsors. We don't charge anybody anything. And but we like to hear the new music that folks like you come up with. But we also, and I was in radio back in the 80s. I went to broadcasting school and all that crap. And I've always liked the music, and I've liked to share it with people. Well, now with the internet, there aren't any rules or anything about what you can say, what you can do, and I don't have anybody formatting me and tell me I have to play this music and play that music. I can come in here and get guys like you, Steve Hickman, Keith Sampson, anybody.
Barry.
Yeah, Lance Stinson, all those guys. We bring them in here, and they're wide open to be themselves. You can talk about what you want to talk about. We share your music.
You can stand on your head and open your legs.
This,
dude, and put aluminum foil on my head.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
And I guess if you need to wrap a little around your middle finger down there, go ahead.
Hey, whatever it's going to take, man. But that's true. It's like Hickman, Steve's awesome. I love that dude's voice.
Oh yeah.
But him, but that's kind of the thing with it all, is the internet has opened up so much stuff to where, just like Winona, and Scott and Cora, and Becky, and these are people, that have, Scott and Winona and Brad and those guys have helped promote stuff and, and are constantly dropping links during the live shows and talking about it and whatnot. And then you've got people, Becky's doing some of that and she's at the shows, and Cora's come on and she's done some stuff, and that kind of stuff. And these are all people that we would have never, I would have never met unless I went out and happened to play a show somewhere that they were at, So, this is kind of what the internet's done. So I think as a musician, and somebody that writes songs in hopes that, that at some point people hear them or whatever it is, that the old way of doing stuff, I have to get on the road and constantly be on the road, tour. I don't think it's as necessary as it used to be, because if you do it right, where you're doing like a live show or whatever it is, and you do that and you build those numbers up, you can see where those people are from, and that's where you go play now. So if you've got, X amount of people from Florida that listen, then you go to those spots in Florida. And then if it's in Texas, then you go to those spots in Texas. And then when you're there, the people already know who you are. It's not like you're coming in as a complete nobody. So where they might go out and see you, live, because they've seen you on the internet enough times and you've had interactions with them and that kind of stuff. And it's, it's just a tool to use to get stuff out there, to where years ago, those artists didn't have it.
So probably as an artist, you're more comfortable going in there and getting on stage in front of people too, because you don't have to work as hard to prove yourself.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's kind of the thing with that, and I'll give you a good example of it. I mean, last Thursday I played, and I think I screwed up one chord in probably 60% of the songs that I played, which is, it doesn't happen, but you have off nights. But if you're if you're playing in a bar or something like that, that's where you could have fun and be like, all right, every time I screw up a chord, everybody here is going to take a shot. And that night we'd all been drunk and crawling around the floor. So it's,
that's awesome.
I never worried too much about that. Like I said, and I did an interview not too long ago with Heather on a different network, and they said, who do you, when you're writing a song, what are you writing about? And I'm like, I write everything for me. I don't write it to try to get it on the radio. I don't write it to to do any of this stuff. I write it for me, whatever's in my head at the time I need to get it out. But if somebody else connects with it, that's the greatest compliment that a song can have.
And that sells itself, because it's you being you, not trying to pretend to be somebody you're not.
So I don't, this sounds kind of mean, I guess, or whatever it is, but I don't care, if somebody don't like it at all, because I didn't write it for you. You know what I mean? I wrote it for me, so there's not an uncomfortableness as to whether or not somebody's going to like it or they're going to dislike it. Of course, when you're putting something out there and you let other people hear it, of course you would rather people enjoy it and people like it. But at the end of the day, it's not why it was written to begin with. So I never really much let that stuff bother me. I mean, there's times where you go out there and go, okay, I totally screwed that song up, But I mean, Jerry Garcia said it best. I mean, he said playing a wrong chord is forgivable, but playing without passion is a complete sin.
Right,
and it's true.
I agree.
So I just enjoy playing, and if I jack up a chord, hey, I'm gonna jack it up, but I'm not gonna sit there and beat myself up about it. We're gonna have fun. And if you're in a live show, it's like, well, everybody's taking a shot now, so get ready.
Well, that's one hell of a way to spend the night.
Yeah,
you make them part of the show too. I think they enjoy that too.
I just enjoy people. That's what I said. That's where I like to sit around in the circle and pass the guitar around and whatnot. You know what I mean? I mean, so I just enjoy people. I'll go, if you play, I'll hang out all night long with everybody that's there, and we'll have beers. And I want to hear what goes on in their lives. You know what I mean? Because you never know. It could be something for a song, or or something that might strike a chord with you or whatnot. But like I said, anybody that takes any of their time to come out and listen to anything that I'm doing, or sends me a message, anything, or whatever it is, I take a genuine interest in. Okay, who is this person? What's her story? What are you into? Or especially if it's live and in person. I just enjoy people.
Yeah, and, that's beautiful.
So,
Deborah says, "Damn, he's a laid-back guy. You're awesome, Brad."
But his name's Bryan.
It's Bryan, but she said Brad.
Yeah, I don't know who Brad is, but I might like him too. Has he got some good music?
Yeah, Brad's pretty cool too.
She's probably got you confused with Brad James.
Nah, that's all right. I've been called worse. No, I'm as laid back as they come. You have to work really hard to piss me off.
Oh, I think it's great, man. It's nice just to sit here and have a chat and not have to worry about what I say or who I say it to or anything like that, which is the same theory you're talking about. I don't give a shit if anybody likes what I say to you or not, whether you like it or not. Nope. I mean, that's the breaks. That's who I am. That's what I do.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're not doing it that way, then you're trying too hard,
That's it.
You're trying for something. I don't know what it would be, but
Oh, you got Sally Mack over there giggling at you.
Oh, Sally's great. She's in there on Thursdays. So it's a great group of people. I mean, we all go in there. we all go in there and play some music and crack a few jokes here and there. I mean, last week was interesting with a few jokes that got tossed around. I mean, I'm not going to go into that, but it's fun. It's a good group. And it's kind of neat to see everybody in the chat and saying hi to each other and, and talking to each other about what's going on. Hey, did you get this? Did that happen or whatever? And we have one person, who's going through some chemo right now, and it was neat to see, all these different people from totally different areas of where this lady is at, all checking up on her, like, how you doing? How did it go? We'll send you prayers. I mean, that kind of stuff. It's just cool to see.
That's what we love about doing this show, because there's people from all corners of the world, different walks of life, but we all shit out the same arse, and everybody has a good laugh with each other. Hey, I was just about to ask you, do you play any other musical instruments apart from your guitar?
Yeah, I play bass. I can play a little piano. Like, I know my way around it, but I'm not very good. But I play a little harmonica. So I play a little. I play about 4 different instruments. I mean, the harmonica and the piano. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily attempt to take it out on a stage and play one unless I know what song I'm playing. I couldn't pick it up and play, but the guitar or the bass I can pick up, and if somebody else is playing, I just figure out what key they're in, and then I'm good. I can handle it.
Oh, great! See what you started. See what you
What
started.
is that? There you go.
I wish you hadn't have mentioned that thing.
I love the harmonica. It's great. If you get a guy that can play that thing, oh, it sounds good.
I'm lucky if I can get Popeye out of it.
Well, see, hey, I tell you what, if you can do the same thing twice on me, you're better than me. Like, I've got a harmonica on a couple of my songs, and I played it, but I could never reproduce it. I just played around with it until I got something that I sounded like.
Oh, you suck, husband. You suck.
I don't know how much you know about harmonicas. This one, my dad got this in Germany. It's a Marine band, and it's it's a Hohner. It's probably 50-some, 60 years old, and it's just as sharp as a tack yet. I love this thing. I don't know how to play it, but it's great. I just keep it kind of around keep it as a memento, I guess.
They don't make things like they used to. So if it's that old there, then I'm sure it's probably real good quality.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's clean. I think it's all stainless. There's no rust or anything on it. I think it's hand-carved wood, from what I understand about the thing. I looked it up one time. It's quite a machine. I really love the thing. I always wanted to try to learn to play one, but I just never took the time.
They sound so good, man. When you get somebody that can play one of those things, as far as like an accompaniment to a guitar or whatnot, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
hell yeah.
Winona says that she needs a harmonica. She's going to join.
No, you don't.
She's going to join you on your Thursday live shows, and she's going to play her harmonica. And can you dance?
Me? Can I dance?
Yes.
No, you don't want to see me try to dance.
I was hoping that she could play her harmonica, and you could do a dance, and entertain us all on your Thursday live show.
I could. I mean, I might be able to get up and make a half-ass attempt at like the River Dance commercial that was on TV years ago.
But, shouldn't be Gora. There he goes now, trying to be another lad.
Now that we've said this, everybody's going to be tuning in to your Thursday live show.
Yeah. No, I don't. No, I mean. You get enough. I mean, you get enough in anybody, and they think they can dance. So, I mean, I'm sure there's a time or two where I thought that I could, but if I'm completely stone sober, I won't even make an attempt at it. So, no, no. No, you don't want to see that. And like I said, not unless we're all out for a good laugh. And at that point, well, in hell, bring it on. If you want somebody to laugh at, I'll give it a go around. But I don't. That's not a strong suit. I'll just put it that way.
That's all right. That's what makes it all fun.
That's at the end of the day, if you're having fun, that's all that matters.
And by the way, Keith Sampson, it's F, believe it or not.
He's talking about what chord
the
harmonica in.
It's in an F.
Oh, my God.
It's German. Das ist the way it is done.
Hey, Barry says he's still listening. He's listening to our chat with Bryan. He says it sounds really, really fun. Hopefully we can drag him on here.
Are you kidding? This guy's awesome.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah, pretty damn cool.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
No sprechen die Deutsch.
No sprechen Sie Nein?
Nein. My dad used to have some kind of German little ditty he used to sing about when the Pantaloons, and for the life of me, I can't remember, but I used to get such a kick out of hearing him sing that song.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
Nothing.
Hogan. Well, we're not going to keep you all night because we're just having too much fun, but anything else you'd like to add? Facebook page. You have a website, too?
Do you have a YouTube?
Yep, I got a YouTube. I'll, let's see.
Go ahead and post all those links in there, or Winona can do it, whatever, but don't be afraid to stick all those links in the chat there so people can find you. BrianJamesWebsite.com.
Did he?
Oh, that's right from the man himself. Look at that.
Look at that. He's well on the ball, isn't he, tonight?
Look at that right there.
Yeah.
And there's a YouTube page.
Got jumped on it. You can connect all of it right off the website. There's links to all of it up on top there.
And when again do you do your Facebook Live?
Thursday nights at 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock. Oh my gosh.
We can watch that.
Join in.
Yeah.
But you have to shake your booty for us.
Well, I'm not going to make any promises, but you never know.
Your booty.
Shake it, baby. Shake it.
There you go.
Well, anyways, I got 10 questions I'd like to ask you, and then we'll cut you loose and we'll play a couple more of your tunes over here.
Go right ahead.
All right. Numero uno, senor. What is your favorite word?
What's my favorite word?
Yes. What's your favorite word?
Can you cuss on this show?
You can say anything you want, buddy. This is the internet. Wide open.
As a gift. I mean, honestly, fuck's my favorite word.
Yeah, mine too. Well, bastard and fuck are my two favorite ones.
I think you've got a few more choice words, husband, when you bang your head or you hit yourself with the hammer.
It's funny you say that because I've been saying bastard a lot more lately.
Oh, I call everything a bastard. I just break something. You bastard!
See, now I'll go a little further. You fucking bastards. I mean, I'll throw them both together like that.
Well, like Donna says, when there's some real damage done around here, if you don't hear anything hitting the wall, you'll hear the words.
I heard outside a crash, bang, wallop, followed by fuck, shit, you fucking arsehole, bastard. About 20 swear words in the space of about 5 seconds.
Hey, that's when you know you're on a good run right there.
Oh man, that's when you got to get it out right now. It's got to come out right now.
Absolutely.
Number 2, what's your least favorite word?
Work.
What turns you on?
What turns me on?
Yeah.
Oh God, just waking up.
What turns you off?
Having to go to sleep.
What sound do you love?
Steel guitar.
What sound do you hate?
Techno.
What's your favorite curse word?
Fuck.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
That's a good question right there. What profession other than my own would I like to attempt? I've always wanted to try acting. I'll have to say acting.
What profession would you not like to do?
Concrete.
Yeah, that's a ball-busted job right there. Guarantee you that.
That or baling hay. One of the two.
I would have never thought of baling hay, man. It ain't that bad.
Well, bullshit. You ever done it?
Hell yeah. 12 years old. That was my first job.
Okay. Yeah. No, I did it for one summer. I wouldn't want to do that ever again. But no, I think concrete might be worse.
Oh, I did it for a number of years. The worst thing is when you work for one of the greatest farmers in the county, and his wife is a wonderful woman who makes you the most luscious homemade dinners, lunch, whatever you prefer to call it, and you go out in the cooler and you get yourself a quart of real fresh, right out of the cow milk, nice and cold, and you guzzle that down after mashed potatoes and gravy and roast beef, and then you go up in the hay mow and chuck hay, and you throw up everything you had an hour later. That's throwing hay.
Lovely. I'm so glad you told us that story.
Well, hold on now, because see, what you didn't catch in that was he didn't do all that for the cold milk and everything else. And hey, he said in the beginning, the farmer's wife, and you stop it right there.
Yes.
That's why you carried on.
Yes,
That's
yes,
why you
yes.
kept. I picked up on that. I don't know if everybody else did. That's okay. Keep going.
He only threw up so that he could get lots of attention off the farmer's wife.
Exactly. He threw up so she'd have to cook him some more food. You poor thing. You threw up there and, hey, let me make you some more food.
I was 16 years old. Grandma over there wasn't quite in her prime anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm going to admit, anyways.
When you're 16 years old, I don't think you care.
Well, you're right. I'll give you that one. Look at that. That's got tapping material over there. Come here, Grandma.
Hey.
The last question.
Come on.
Numero 10. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Glad to see you. Come on in.
Well done. That's it. That's all there is.
That's it.
That's it. You're gone. Get out of here.
Yeah, I can get off my head, put my leg down, and take this damn aluminum foil off my head now.
Yes,
That's right.
You can.
Thank God. That shit was rough, man. You know how difficult it is? And like, my face is blood red right now. I've been on my head for the whole time. My kids have got the phone asking if they should call 911. My wife's just looking at me, shaking her head, calling me a dumbass.
Well, why don't they do like normal people do and film it and post it all over Facebook?
That's right. Don't worry, the rash will go away.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Hey, somebody had asked, if you don't mind us asking real quick before I forget, how old are you?
I'm still in my 30s.
Oh, hell, you're doing good.
Come on, how much into your 30s?
I'm on the tail end of it. How about that?
Oh, same as
See,
me.
at that age, you still got to worry about that rash.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she said it was. She said, "Don't worry about it; it'll go away." So I took her word for it.
Yeah, but I didn't say how long it would be.
No, well, yeah, there was that too, huh?
Oh,
hey, let me say hi to Becky real quick. Becky, how you doing?
How'd you say her surname? I was just about to read her name out,
Casillas?
and then I thought I'll just embarrass myself and say it wrong.
Casillas?
Casillas.
Yeah, no, Becky's a sweet lady. I haven't seen her in years, and don't know when I'll get to see her again. But she's awesome, and she pops into the page every once in a while here and there. But she just sweet lady. I haven't seen her in a while. I say hello while she's on there. Brad, there's Brad. That's Brad Walden. That's his fault that we do all these Facebook Live stuff. That's totally his.
Hello, Kelly Lee Phillips.
Yes, Kelly Lee Phillips is in the chat room. She brings us a lot of awesome artists just like yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Lots
wonderful lady. And Winona said, told you, Bryan, second most common question. Which one was that? The one about the rash?
No, like... How old I am. Oh. Well, see there, Winona, I'm not going to dish it out then, because then people will stop asking it. It gives us something to talk about. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Come on, and you're supposed, hold on, and she's supposed to be running the marketing side of stuff, and I have to tell you that?
Yeah, you're slipping there, girlfriend.
Slacking.
Come on now. Come on now. But in all seriousness, though, I mean, thank y'all so much for playing all the music and playing the indie artists and dragging them in here. And that kind of stuff. I mean, we're all out there, doing what we can to hopefully get our stuff out there in the ears of other people that might like it and whatnot. And it's appreciated that there's people out there that think enough about it and want to help. And we'll play it and bring guys like me to stand on my head and put aluminum foil on it and whatnot in here to talk about it. I mean, that's how everything grows. So I don't take it lightly. I highly appreciate it. There's a million people that y'all could bring on this show. I appreciate the fact that y'all thought enough of it to let me have my 60 minutes of it. So thank you.
Oh, are you kidding me? This is it's guys like you that make it all worthwhile. A good laugh, a little joke, nobody, nothing too serious, but we still get the message out there. And Donna will probably in another week or two here have the show all cleaned up, and she'll post that out there, and you can throw it on your page, and people can re-listen to it later, or they can come back tomorrow and listen to it. As soon as the show's over, they're all available for replay again.
I'm sure everybody only wants to hear about how you got your telephone signal good.
Hey, I could take a picture, but then that would ruin everybody's imagination.
See, you said that yourself, didn't you, wife?
Didn't
all
you about
say?
Imagination.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly. See, so.
What? That's the thing. I described what it looks like. Now everybody has it in their mind exactly how it was going to look, and if I ruined that, I don't want to do that to somebody. I mean, they've got their own mental picture. Let them have it. It's no fair if I take that away from them.
I'm still sitting here trying to believe that the songs I hear you singing are your voice. You sound so much different singing. It's awesome. can't tell you enough, man. It's crazy to sit here and just chat with you and then play one of your songs, and it's like, this guy's Josh Turner over here. Check him out.
Come on, Becky, you have to tell us.
No,
tell us all his
Becky knows.
secrets.
Becky was at my wedding. No. She won't tell. But no, I appreciate it. I mean, those songs there that are out there, those are older ones that were the only ones that have been recorded. I've probably got 20, 30 new ones out since then, but they're all on the Facebook page, and we'll go back and record some other ones here soon. But I just appreciate it, and I thank y'all so much for playing it and taking the time to let me come on here and BS with y'all for a bit. These are always fun, especially when they're not scripted, because you just kind of get to shoot off the cuff and have fun. So
yes.
Well, thank you very kindly. Go have yourself a nice fresh Florida orange, and we're going to jam a couple more of your tunes here.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great night.
Yep. Y'all take care now.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.